You are still performing with the Almost.
Yeah.
How is that working to try to launch the solo stuff and still do stuff with the Almost?
I was in a band for a long time called Underoath, and like the style of music that I had written for the Almost just didn't really fit the format. And part of me kind of feels the same way with this, but it's a little different. Like the Almost, we do some worship every night in our set, but this just felt like it needed its own home. You know, the Almost is like the rock band, and I wanted this to be different. You know, I wanted this to be another thing, and we for a long time we were gonna just make another Almost record, and then finally the label was like, yeah, I think we need to, you know, this needs to just be its own thing. So,
so does that make you nervous?
It does. It's weird because like we're going on tour. We're taking our first like worship thing on the road next Tuesday. We leave actually, and they're sending me all this stuff, management like T-shirt designs and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, like how do you make a T-shirt design with a name on it?
Yeah.
Because I've never done that. So it's like, I mean, not that it's completely abnormal, but you know what I mean? Like
when it's about you, though, it's kind of
weird. Like really weird. Yeah. Like I'm looking at all these designs, like I don't know if I can we sell it? Well, is it wrong to charge money for? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like just dumb stuff like that.
You haven't branded it. It's just you. It's just who you are.
Yeah, but it's been really humbling, and I'm just so thankful. You know, like I can't believe that. After all this time, we're doing this record. You know, I got my start playing music, leading worship as a kid, so this is like a record that I've been trying to make since I was little.
So did you start working on the worship album before your trip to Uganda back in February? Or was that trip kind of the catalyst that got this writing
that was
started?
It was definitely like the gasoline in the tank. That trip was kind of, you hear people going to Africa and you hear them come back and they're like, oh, I'm a different person. You know, it changed me, and I wanted that. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted to come home and go, oh, it ruined my life in a good way. And I 5 or 6 days into the trip, it was awesome, and I saw all the things that I expected to see and talked to the people that I expected to talk to, but I didn't really feel any different. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that. And everyone around me is like got this whole like life shift going on. I'm like, what? Am I dead?
I had
like,
the exact same
what's going on? So the 6th day, they took it to a church service, and that's where I got wrecked. And it was weird because I didn't, I thought this was the end of the trip. We're going to a church service. We get there, and I go inside, and I watch these people just worshiping God, and I was like, what? I can begin to hear it, like, miles down the road, you know, like, not miles, but, you know, we get inside, and they're just worshiping God, and the presence of God is so strong, and I just begin to feel it working in my life, and I began to pray on stage, and I said, they had to sit on the stage. It was crazy. And there was like 1,500 Ugandans in this hot, sweaty room, and they were like, why? I was like, God, why do I feel this way? Why is this like this is? And I felt God said, because you worship me in your country, and in countries of plenty, because you have or you have not. You know, God, I'm so blessed and rich, thanks. Or God, someone's sick, thanks. But it's never because I just am. It's because I exist. And that kind of started this whole life shift for me, to be honest, you know, just in reprioritizing. And I realized that we were created for union with God. You know, as simple as that is, we were created to worship God. That's why we were made. And yeah, so I kind of went off of that. It changed. It did wreck my life, but it did in such a different way. I was just setting the mood.
More fumbling with his guitar.
It's the mood, you see?
I see. Aaron Gillespie, lead singer of the Almost, with his solo worship album coming out. It's called Anthem Song, going to be out on March 8th. First single is We Were Made For You. Now, you co-wrote the song with Paul Baloche.
I did.
Who is famous for writing worship music. Open the Eyes of My Heart. I mean, he's famous for writing worship music. Probably not the typical co-writer that you've worked with. Nah,
it was weird because I had been in Nashville writing for this record for a couple of days, and I had written with the Jars guys and a bunch of really just guys I never thought I would get to write with. And then I had an appointment with him, and I was really nervous because he's like, you know, like you just said, he's written all these worship songs that are really important to the church, and that's what's important to me is that 18-year-old kid in his youth group on a Wednesday night playing this song and being able to help his peers with their vocabulary of worship, you know, like. So I told him my vision for the song and for the record, and it was such a different experience. Like, number one, he's like one of those dudes who's like just really, really, really cool. You know what I mean? And Paul, if you ever hear this, I'm sorry, but he's like 50-something, and he's just cool. You know what I mean? Like, he just like, you know, he had like Vans on, and like he gets it. You know what I mean? Right. So he's like just the coolest guy. He has a daughter that's like just a few years younger than me. You know what I mean? Like, so he's like the coolest dude, but he like he would write this song with me, and he would just actually worship. He would actually participate in worship while writing. And that's why he's like, he does all these worship workshops, and he's like so like involved in that world, and people look to him for all this advice because he would go, so let's picture it now. Let's picture Sunday morning, like what would this be like? You've had this rough weekend. You've had this dead-end job all week. What, you know what I mean? Just stuff that I would never even like. So this guy's got so much wisdom and just so much God-breathed wisdom. So to me, it was just such an honor. And he like talks to me now all the time. Nice. I'll get a text like really early in the morning before I wake up, and it's Paul Balash. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So it's super like, to me, it's such an honor.
Now, how do you feel about embarking on a worship tour, where normally, you're out and you're with bands that are rocking, and how do you feel about doing a worship tour?
I feel like this platform I've been given as a musician, and our audience is fairly young, and I feel like it's been given to us for a reason, by God, obviously, but another huge part of it to me is a lot of our peers and a lot of youth today don't really understand worship music. They don't. There's a lot of music out there that we love that they might not love. It's fantastic worship. You know what I mean? So the whole goal behind this record is just to kind of engage anyone, obviously, but just that different generation in worship, and to help them with their vocabulary. Because of whatever reason, because it's from a rock band guy, or whatever the reason is. I just feel like God kind of really impressed it upon us to do this record to really help those folks with their vocabulary of worship.
We've come to be with you, come to bring you our attention, our affection. We're here to be with you, here to bring you all of our praise. Here in this place, deep inside our hearts, we want to scream it out. You are God, you are God. We were made for you, just for you. You are God, you are God. We were made for you, for everything we do. You are God. God of creation, you came from heaven, you became a man, bringing hope again. You laid your life down, took all of our sin, nailed it to the cross, where you paid it all. Now we bow our hearts, and we stand here all. You are God, you are God. We were made just for you. You are God, you are God. We will live for you, everything we do. There is no one like you. You are the only truth in a world that's so confused. There is no one like you. There is no one like you. You are the only truth in a world that's so confused. There is no one like you. You are God, you are God. We were made for you, just for you. You are God, you are God. We will live for you, everything. You are God, you are God. We were made for you, just for you. You are God, you are God. We will live for you, everything we do. You are God. You are God.
Very nice. I think I like the live version even better than the recording.
For the 8 a.m. live version,
That was not
I feel like I
bad at
have a
all.
squirrel in my throat.
And of course, the beautiful harmonizing voice in the background was Aaron's colleague Sean, and
Shane.
also on Shane.
Sean's cool though
I
too.
have Shane written down. Oh, I'm so.
We've been looking
sorry.
for a new nickname for Shane.
Oh, Shane, I'm so sorry.
Sometimes we call him like
Oh, I feel like
Stupid
that.
Shane, just because it's funny. But I think from now on we're gonna call him Sean.
My brother's name is
Shane.
Sean, so it works out. So
Shane,
it's
you
good.
have a
Sean.
lovely voice.
Here's his family's names. Listen, Sean, Shane, Sheena, Jeremy.
It's a curse. It's
Jeremy?
Jeremy, like Jeremy with the SH.
I can fit. I'll be shabby.
Shabby.
Yeah, like shabby.
See, my face is red. I'm embarrassed that I called you the wrong name. I'm really sorry.
It happens every day. It's fine. Every day.
All right, that was the first single off of Anthem Song, which is coming out on March 8th. We Were Made for You. Aaron, this is the official Redhead quiz.
Oh, come on. Is that what you asked me earlier? If it was real?
No, not really, but I had a feeling it was real. You look like a redhead. I mean,
What does that mean?
Your skin tone, your eyebrows, you have the beautiful skin of a redhead.
Okay.
So,
I'm nervous.
you-
I know that I should have more to say because this is radio, but I'm just gonna answer. Okay.
All right. First question.
The beautiful skin tone of a redhead. Okay, go ahead.
Where in the world will you find the most number of redheads? And this is multiple choice. North America, South America, Australia, or Europe?
There's no England on there?
Europe. That would count.
Yeah, Europe.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Very good job.
That's right.
Somebody keep track of Aaron's points here.
Of
And
course.
Shane, you can chime in if you want to help him out, even though you have brown hair.
Please don't.
I don't know anything about
Please
this.
don't. You can say what you want, but I want to win on my own.
All right. Which of the following, you got to get this one. Which of the following superheroes has a redheaded wife/girlfriend? Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk.
It's definitely Spider-Man.
Correct. 2 for 2.
We're throwing things around in here.
Which
Okay.
biblical character is noted for being a redhead and also having red hair all over his body? Esau, Jacob, Simon, Daniel.
I really should know
I
this
was about to
one.
say, no pressure on this one. I didn't know the
I'm
answer
just
to
gonna
this one, so
I'm just gonna throw up the Hail Mary. We're gonna go with Esau.
correct.
Oh, sometimes you just wake up on the right side of the bed.
All right, next one. Which American president was a redhead? Washington, Jefferson, John Adams, or Madison?
I have no idea.
Washington, Jefferson, John Adams, or James Madison?
James Madison.
Your first. Thomas Jefferson.
Okay. Why would I know that?
I don't know. What percentage of Americans are redheads? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
You're not that rare.
Come on!
2%.
Oh wow, I was off by 1%.
Okay, if you get this one, you automatically win.
This is just
Because it's that hard, unless you happen to be a big fan of Greek mythology. Are you? Okay, exactly, because I didn't know this one either. Which character of the Iliad is a redhead? Okay, I'll give you multiple choice. Achilles, Paris, Agamemnon, Menelaus.
I'm gonna say Achilles because it's the only name that I know.
Okay, you got that wrong. It was Menelaus.
Of course it was.
Anybody keep track of the score?
You were supposed to.
I've got 18 interns in the room, and nobody can keep track
I
of
have
the
3.
score.
I have 3.
You have 3 right. You got the number of redheads. You got Spider-Man. You got Esau.
How many do I have
That's
wrong?
3 right, and then you got American president wrong. You got the red number percentage wrong. So you were 3 and 3.
Okay. I need another
You
question.
have 2 more questions.
Oh,
Which
okay.
redhead comic character is often teased by his friends as Carrot Top? Dexter, Bart Simpson, Beetle Bailey, or Archie?
Archie.
There you go. You're on the plus side.
That's right. One more. I'll get this one right.
One more.
If I don't, I'm gonna cry.
Which of the following common names means red-haired? Ronald, Ruskin, Rudolph,
Ruskin.
or Robert? Correct. Good job.
Sometimes you gotta win. I'm still concerned that I have that red-headed skin tone.
I think it's beautiful.
You have to say that.
All right, one more time. The album comes out on March 8th,
Yes, it does.
and it's called Anthem Song.
It is.
It's a new worship album, and you're heading out on tour. Not
Yeah.
in this area, though.
Not in this area. Me and Sean are hitting the road.
It's Shane. It's Shane.
No, we're hitting the road. It's a full U.S. thing. It's like 3 months long. There's a bunch of dates in the middle. Actually, Four Dates in the Middle just got added with another artist that I can't say yet. And
Ooh,
maybe some of those will be around here, but they don't tell me these things.
Well, we hope you come around.
I like to. I would come around and we could talk about redheaded skin tone and stuff.
Well, thank you very much for coming in this
Thank
morning.
you for
It was a
having
good time, and Shane Sean, thanks for being
Shane Sean, there it is! That's so good!